Hello, 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 you guys. Welcome, welcome. My name is Denise Walsh, and you are here because someone lovingly probably stalked you, knowing that this opportunity is something you need and you would love. So, tonight we're going to do a few things. I'm going to share with you a bit of my story and just my experience in the first month of being open here in the States and Canada. And then we've got a few beautiful and handsome guests that are going to share with you their product testimony so far, a bit of their experience. And the idea today is to give you just a taste of how this business truly can change your life from the inside out. So before we dive in, I'll share a little bit about why I'm here. My name is Denise, and back in 2005, so literally 20 years ago, I graduated with my master's in clinical psychology, and I was off to change the world. I mean, imagine little 24-year-old blonde-haired youth group girl going off into the big world, into the new world with my job. And I was a clinical psychologist. And what I quickly found out in the world of helping professions is that I was working with people that didn't really want help in a situation that often couldn't really help them. And I went through what I call my quarter life crisis. You know what I mean? I had this place where I was like, I know what it's like to love what I'm doing, and this isn't it. That big spark, that big dream I had to, to impact people and to help others slowly started to shrink. And I started to think things like, well, maybe this is just my lot in life. Like maybe this is just adulting, Is anybody, do I have other helping professions on the call? Like nurses, daycare workers, teachers, like we get in because we love people. And then we're like, I think I'm gonna work in a greenhouse. So I was burnt out. I was overworked, underpaid, but I didn't really know what to do because the world had taught me to follow this certain script, right? Go to school, get a job, stay there for 30 years, XYZ. And I knew that that wasn't working for me, but I really didn't know what to do about it. Thankfully, in 2007, just a few years into my corporate career, I was introduced to this industry. Now, I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm a clinical psychologist, right? I'm a people person. I don't know anything about sales or marketing or business strategy or, you know, anything. And really, I just knew that I liked help people live a life they love. And what I found in this industry is that's kind of what we get to do. And within 3 years of saying yes to network marketing, my husband and I were both able to quit our full time jobs. And we've been full time since 2010. So 15 years. We now have two, I was going to say little boys. They're not little anymore. One is 14, one is 11. And they've only known two work from home parents. And I can tell you, it wasn't because I was awesome. Like I said, I wasn't a business person when I said yes to this industry. I was just somebody who knew I didn't want to live a life I hated. And I had seen that in my life, right? You know people who stay in a job for 10, 20, 30 years and they hate it every day. And I thought to myself, I don't want that life. I want to create a life that I love. And this industry helped me do that. Now, of course, I got to learn skills. Like I learned skills as I went. I learned how to talk to people. I learned how to listen to their and identify their need and that kind of thing. So I learned as I went. But the real kicker of what's, in my opinion, like helped us experience success back then was the fact that we had a product that nobody had heard about. That it was a first to market product that was super unique that nobody had. And I'll tell you, after 15 years in the industry, my husband and I both kind of, we're living our dream life. We had taken a step back, a few years off. And don't think I would have stepped back in if it weren't for this product, this company, and this team. What I've seen in the last, almost like 29 days is far surpassing anything I experienced previously. So I know that if you're here, whether you have experience in network marketing or not, this is the right time and the right place because we have a product that people don't really know about, but they're about to, and it's because of you. So let's jump in to what the heck we do have our hands on and how you can be a part of it. All right. So I don't know about you, but I'm over 40 now, and as soon as I turned 40, I couldn't see anymore. And I don't know. Tell me what you experience. Maybe you are having trouble sleeping. Maybe you're having problems focusing or thinking clearly, or just feeling kind of brain fog, right? Maybe you're getting feeling sick or run down. Like this winter was a real thing, wasn't it? Like there was some stuff going on or going around. Or maybe it's just not as easy as it used to be to lose weight or gain muscle, or this thing called aging that they talk about that you think never is going to happen to you. All of a sudden, you start to see the signs. And the reality is that there's a lot of reasons for that, right? And one of them is that our body is under attack. We're exposed to 700,000 toxins in our food, water, and air every single day. And we're trying to take supplements that help with that, right? How many of us are trying to take supplements? We're trying to drink water. We're trying to do all the things that will make us healthier. But sometimes it's just not actually living up to its hype. But our family deserves us to not only have time freedom, financial freedom, but health too. Like you can have all the freedom in the world, right? But if you don't have your health, you literally have nothing. We need energy for soccer games, for field trips, for late night talks. We don't want to have weeks in bed or have to say no to trips because we just don't feel good, or we can't handle the walking, or there's all this stuff we have to take in order to stay healthy. Like we want our kids to remember us as being the fun, energetic parents, grandparents that get to play with them, right? And that's why our health is so stinking important, especially as we age. Because the good news is that with the products I'm about to show you, we can take back the control of our health and turn back the hands of time. Have you heard of glutathione? I'm like literally, have you heard of it? Because most people haven't. And that's what makes this product and this company so unique, is that most people haven't heard of it, but everybody needs it. Everybody needs it. This glutathione is like a antioxidant in our body that we can't live without. And so what does glutathione do? Glutathione is our immune system's secret weapon. And basically it's a nutrient it's an antioxidant in our cells that help flush out the toxins. I liken it to a fly swatter. No, not a swatter. The fly tape. Do you guys ever do that after pool parties? We'd always have to put like a fly strip and the flies would all stick to it. That's kind of what glutathione is in our body. The toxins stick to it and then flushes it out of our system. It's our number one detoxifier. It's our energy multiplier, which means our cells run on this energy, and glutathione is their supercharger. And it's our body's master antioxidant. It's found in every cell of our body, and it's critically important to good health. Everybody needs it. The problem is that as we age, it starts to decrease and our glutathione is crashing, which is why these signs of aging, like, what the heck? We start to feel it, even if we wake up one day and we're like, oh my gosh, my back hurts. Like, what is happening? At age 40, our natural glutathione levels start dropping fast. And by age 70, they can be 70% lower than they are in our youth. So who needs glutathione? Everyone. Everyone needs glutathione. This decline is linked to all kinds of chronic diseases. It accelerates aging, weakens immunity, and increases inflammation. Who do you know that needs glutathione? Everyone? Yes, everyone. Rhonda says 60 over here, loving the products and feels great. I love it. Yeah, because we really are turning back the hands of time. So let's talk about this. How can we increase glutathione? There's a couple options. We can eat it, right? There's food that helps. If you eat like a million salads every single day with organically grown, with good soil and all that kind of stuff, right? Like we could certainly try. I'm sure it will help, but it's not really reasonable to think that's the only way we can add glutathione to our system. You can inject it or you can supplement it, but when you take IV and glutathione injections, which a lot of people do, post in the comments if you've taken glutathione injections. What we've learned is that it actually breaks down really quickly and the effects are pretty short-lived. And I've heard of clients who've gotten great results with glutathione, but they're taking shots a couple times a week, maybe, and it doesn't last very long. The other option is you can supplement it. But what's interesting about supplements is that they break down right in our stomach and go through the intestines and all of that. And oftentimes it breaks down before our cells can even use it. So what if we could biohack it? Like, what if we could teach our body how to create it on its own? So we're not actually taking glutathione, but what we're doing is we're taking a glutathione precursor that teaches and stimulates our body to create and release glutathione on its own. So let me introduce you to the Body Shot. The Body Shot is the world leader in patented glutathione research. Most supplements just won't make it where they need to go, but ours is different. And there's a few specific reasons. We've got this bonded cysteine that ensures that it doesn't break down too quickly and gives your body what it needs to make glutathione. It protects the ingredients designed to survive digestion, so it actually reaches your cells, and it keeps the protein safe, which means that the protein is undamaged for effective glutathione production. When you take the Immunical, which is our glutathione precursor, what we're doing is we're teaching our body to create and release glutathione on its own. Meet the power trio. We've got a few different options for Immunical, which is our patented clinical studied. I'll tell you about all of the studies in a minute, but like this is what everybody needs to be on. If you're wondering, what should I start with? If I want to try it, like Immunical, the Body Shot, everybody needs it. We've got the blue one, which is the base main product, and then the platinum is perfect for hormonal health. This is what a lot of the women take to support hormonal health. It's got peptides. And then we've got Immunical Sport, which is what a lot of the men take because it has this, the magnesium citrate, and it helps with recovery, optimal performance, and lots of other blood flow type experiences that I've been told are powerful and amazing. And so so what I want you to do is if you think about it's a nitro boost in the Immunical Sport that everyone loves. Think about your symptoms of aging. I see Dee Griffin says that he's taken glutathione for quite a while because of chronic Lyme. Yeah. Like, what are the symptoms you're experiencing? Is it lack of sleep? Is it lack of energy? Is it brain fog? Is it chronic pain? Is it inflammation? Is it autoimmune? What's going on for you? And then what we want to do is match you with an Immunical and a booster. So you literally can feel a difference in just a few short weeks. We often pair the Immunical with either the energy booster or the greens and reds booster. Sometimes I do both because they're so good. And they make it taste really, really delicious. And as a distributor or Immunitech Pro, you get 30% off of all of the products. And then you make 20% off of all of your personal customers and commissions on your team, on your team's customers as well. Here's what I know. Everybody needs glutathione, and we are the leading glutathione precursor and the only on the market. So Immunitech was, the name was, right? Immunity from technology. They're actually a technology company first. They were this biotech company first. And then they were like, all right, let's get into network marketing because we know that the best way to sell something is through personal relationships and storytelling. So they brought this product into a network marketing company so people like you and me can make powerfully effective income, life-changing legacy income by selling a product we love. They have poured $25 million into research into Immunical itself, just the Immunical. There's 79 global patents for this product alone. This product has 92 clinical studies, 92 clinical publications, 79 patents on Immunical alone. So what they did, you guys, is they started with this product. It's actually been they started researching it over 40 years ago. 28 years ago, they started the company Immunitech, and just last month, we opened in the United States. That's why what we have our hands on is even better than what I did before, because the longevity of the company, they've already got systems in place. They've got a provenly clinical, studied product that we know works. The studies show for themselves. I mean, you can see here, goodness. Okay, where do I even start? Parkinson's, metabolic and chronic conditions, liver disease, autism spectrum disorder, neurodegenerative disorders, so many. These are clinically proven. This is not just a testimony of somebody. This is what the science is saying. Our product is clinically proven to help with this stuff. And everybody needs it. And so I don't know about you, but when you have a product that you love, that you know works, you want to shout it from the rooftops. And when you shout it from the rooftops, you guys, and you tell people that you know, whether it's about your personal story or the stories you're going to hear on this call, other people want to try it too. And that's how you start making an income with a company like this. So I'd like to bring on Darren. Darren, if you can unmute, you have a really powerful story with the products. And I'd love for you to share a bit about how in just this, we haven't even been in a month yet. Think about it. You signed up and you still had to wait a few days, almost a week, right, to get your product. So it's truly only been maybe 3 weeks that you've been taking it. And tell us your results so far.
I really had no idea what to expect with this product, and I was really excited to try it. And it, like I said, it's only been about 3 weeks, and it's more than just one thing. I mean, for me, I really didn't know what to expect. I mean, I have this chronic condition for the last 40 plus years. Victim of a bully attack when I was 14. I'm 54 now, and that was one thing I was, thinking about. But what was happening is that both my wife and our eyesight has gotten better. I'm one of these crazy tattoo guys, and normally takes 7 to 10 days for that to totally heal. In 48 hours, this was all good. And I have this thing, it's a weird pressure point in my foot, and it's been bothering me for quite some time. I actually lost count of the days that it stopped hurting. I don't know how that's happening, but I think the biggest thing is the chronic pain that I've had for 40 plus years. A side effect of having that kind of pain, because I'm not one to take painkillers, is my hands shake. My hands are not shaking. I mean, they're still a little shaky, but nothing like it used to be. And I think that alone, I mean, my wife could tell you, because she sees me all the time, and she's like, yeah, his hands just shake. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just a pain thing that he's dealing with. And unlike other things in the past that I've tried where it masks the problem, this is literally taking care of what's going on in my body, because I'm really tall. I'm closer to the 7 foot mark. I'm 6'10", and it has caused a lot of problems with me growing up and going through all this stuff. So my spine, my back, my pelvis area is just destroyed. But I am standing straighter, and I feel a lot better. So pretty happy about what's going on.
Wow. Literally turning back the hands of time in just a few short weeks. And so you told me when you first said, wait a minute, I think I don't have as much pain as that. You got up in the morning and you noticed you could, you didn't walk,
Yeah, I wasn't like a caveman. I was standing up straight. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's powerful. And so how does having less pain being able to see better, and even having your body healing faster with the tattoo. How does that change the quality of your life?
Oh, it's improved tremendously, and it's really exciting to be able to share that with people because a lot of people know my history. They know what I've been through, and so when they see that and hear about it, they gotta, take a look at it. And something about the glutathione. Here's a simple solution: is that without glutathione, we die. So everyone needs it.
Everybody needs it. Yeah. Wow. And when you have a product that you have your own testimony like that for, you really just get to share your story and everyone will go, yeah, I need that too. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Darren, for sharing your story. And I often say, like, your testimony is going to make you $1 million. And that's so, so true. The more people you can tell your testimony to, the more ripple effect that you're going to have, the more people that you're going to help, and the more money you are going to make. Awesome. All right. So we know that it can help with chronic pain. We know that it can help with inflammation. We have somebody who says that she's taken a form of glutathione for chronic Lyme. Um, Angela said she literally just did an hour of weight rate training and then rode 10 miles on her road bike. She's like, whoa, I've got energy. Because a whole nother group of people that love and need glutathione are athletes, right? Athletes and we've got a whole athlete program. And you can see there were 4 athletes in the latest Olympics that were on our product. We don't pay them to take it. We say, if you like it, give us a testimony, and they choose to take it because they see such a powerful result. We have over 100 professional athletes, 5 countries represented, 3 professional teams that love the Immunical because of the recovery benefits. And Candace is going to tell us a bit about how and why professional athletes, med spas, chiropractors, functional doctors would love a product like this too. So welcome, Candace. I'd love to first hear a bit about your story with the product and then how you're introducing it to people.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. Biohacking, understanding how the body works has been a sincere interest of mine for a few years. A lot of it is just understanding what can get you in optimal performance. I am an athlete. I've been competitive bodybuilding for a few years, and I'm also 43, so I'm aware that I have to be super intentional about what I'm feeding my body, what it's not getting, what's depleting over the years. It's just inevitable. And as we just learned, glutathione is something that decreases over time. And so when I heard about Immunical and what it does, I was sold before even trying it because I am someone who was going to get regular IV bags and getting the glutathione and understanding that it was part of my recovery. But when you can get your body to make it itself, there's nothing more powerful. You can go and take all the glutathione externally, but if you get your body to get an optimal state to create it yourself, and I am living proof of it over the last few months that I have been on Immunical, I am seeing a huge shift in my performance. I haven't actually used pre-workout in 7 weeks, which is a huge deal because my leg days, the division I compete in, we go really, really hard on lower body days. And so it was like a non-negotiable. I'd take my pre-workout. And, I work full time. I have a couple jobs. So this has been something that like, wow, I'm focused. The mind muscle connection is there. My recovery, I'm seeing even my coach, I do weekly check-ins. He's like, oh my gosh, like you have some crazy genetics and you're progressing so fast. And I'm like, well, actually, I feel like I'm kind of cheating, but I'm just getting my body in the state that it's supposed to be to recover. And so when that comment talking about not having that energy, one thing that I will say is the people that I have gotten on this product, that is the feedback that I'm getting. Is like, this is crazy. I was hesitant or I was skeptical, but then I'm in my workout and then this is just maybe like a little bit TMI, but I had a friend of mine was like, this is wild because I went to go work out. I came home, I went for a run, and I even still had time for my husband. I'm like, where did this energy come from? And I'm like, okay, he's gonna like want you on this a lot more regularly. So I do use the Immunical Sport and and the platinum. The platinum is just really good because it has the creatine and additional minerals that are good for us, you know, as we're aging. And it's good for both men and women. My husband actually takes that one as well. The sport I really like because it gives me that pump, that natural vasodilator. I take it before I work out with the hibiscus booster. The hibiscus booster has a natural form of energy. So it's like 10 milligrams of green tea. So it's a very clean energy. And you can do the booster if you don't want caffeine on it without the caffeine. But I just enjoy that for my pre-workout because it's just a very clean, you know, state of being. And so one thing when I started, when I became a consultant, I knew I wanted to share this with people, not only, you know, to help people get healthier, but also to help businesses thrive. You know, we are in a time where people are looking for opportunities. What are some other streams of income? And so immediately my mind went to, where are the people who understand the importance of taking care of their bodies long term? Right? Like they're walking into med spas, they're willing to invest in their health. They get long-term vision. They don't want the quick fix. They're tired of the band-aids and the pills. They want to really understand, how can I get my body in a state that it doesn't get sick, that it starts healing itself, that I start feeling well. And those are the people that are investing in their chiropractor visits, that are investing in their med spa visits, in hormone therapy, in, you know, talking to people who holistically are getting them their body to its state. So those are the conversations I've been having, and I've had great success. We have a recovery center here who works with athletes and people in law enforcement that are wanting to get an optimal performance, helping their vision, helping them with agility. And they are now retailing this in their facility. They have a consultation room where they're coming and talking to the client. And so this is just part of the protocol. So I would definitely encourage, if you're considering doing this business, already start writing down, who do you know that is a provider who cares about the long-term health of their patients or their clients.
And so as you're talking to these people, number one, it sounds like they already understand glutathione a little bit, right? So they already know how beneficial it is. Tell me their reception of a glutathione precursor that allows your body to create it for you.
You know, I think there's a big shock factor because nothing like this exists. What I love about this is there is no sales pitch or conversation for me trying to convince anyone. What my approach has been is, hey, I just started sharing this product that I have been on a couple months, and I know you understand the power of glutathione, especially because some of them prescribe it or they send it to their clients and they like inject it themselves. Would you mind if I sent you a clinical studies book? I know you geek out on that kind of stuff like I do. Absolutely, send it. So in our Immunotech website, we have, when you become a consultant, you can log in and it's personalized with your link, and you can download the clinical studies book. And that is all the science and data with every single study that they have done with Immunical. And I'm talking about every diagnosis you can think of that they have done. So when you send that, you know, the follow-up is like, hey, have you had a chance? Hey, no, I haven't gone through it thoroughly, but I am like impressed, and why is this working? And so we get to have that, you know, a little bit of a high level conversation around what it's doing when your body is in optimal state, and they know this. So I think people are just like first intrigued and then impressed.
Absolutely. Did you know, I'm sure you did, but I think this is so cool, that the Immunical is actually in the physician's reference book?
Yes, yeah. And
How
so the
cool is that?
reference book, if those of you don't know, that's in every physician's office. Like by law, they have to have it in their office. So it's not glutathione or it's not the study, it's actually Immunical that is in that book. So even for your, you know, doctor connections, your you know, people who you know who practice good medicine, this is somebody you want to talk to them about. And I, in a world long, long ago, I used to call on doctors, and I will tell you, back then, even when things were shifting and the way payouts are going from payers, and a lot of them were having to sell their practices to big like hospital systems, they are looking for other ways to bring in, you know, another stream of income. We actually have a physician, I'm here in San Antonio, Texas, and we had a physician here that the CEO told me, he's like, yeah, we have one of our biggest doctors that signs like 400 clients a month in your city. I'm like, really? And he's with the San Antonio UT Research Center. And he says that, I was like, what's his incentive to do this? I mean, he's a physician. And he's like, well, he says for so long he got paid for people being sick. And for the first time he gets paid for people being healthy. I'm like, man, that's a good doctor. That's practicing good medicine to have that mindset.
Oh, so good. Yes, Linda, thank you. The physician's desk reference is the official term. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Candace, awesome job. I mean, we've only been truly open in the States for just a few weeks, and your testimony is already bringing in other excited people who have like have people on their fingertips that want this product. And I think that's something for all of us to consider. Who do we know that already is interested in health? Who do we know that already has clients at their fingertips? Who do we know that already has kind of, a network of people, whether it's moms or athletes, that would be interested in this? And then let's reach out to them. All right. Well, here's the deal. The USA and Canada beta launch has just begun. Like, we are still in the initial phases of building out the leadership in the US and in Canada. And we know that since we have a product that everybody needs and nobody knows about, what we need is you to help spread the word. 550 million have been sold internationally, but yet the States and Canada, literally untouched, which means that when 500 million in sales come in the States and Canada, they got to be on someone's team, right? And it might as well be yours. So there's a couple ways that you can get started. And I have got a USA slide and a Canada slide because the prices are a little bit different, but you can see there is a $199 pack, a $549 pack, and a $1,500 pack. What I have found that most people are doing is this middle one, which is $549, because it gives you enough product. Munical boosters, our Sunray, which is our happy pill, that for more than one person to take, right? Both you and your spouse or your kids can take this. You can have multiple people in your family try it and sample it, like Candace said, like, hey, if I send you a few, can you test it out? And so often the med spas, the chiropractors, they're doing the big kit because they need a bunch of samples and a bunch of product on hand to sell retail. But most people, I would say, are starting with the $549. If that doesn't work for you, absolutely, you can get started for the $199, and it gives you enough product for you to have your own testimony. And like Darren said, in just a few weeks, you will have a testimony, and that testimony can and will make you millions of dollars in this business. And then Canada. So you've got a little bit different of products here, but we still have similar pricing. So you've got 167, a 515, and then a 1500. And yours includes the K21, which, like, seriously is so good. It's focused on decreasing overall oxidative stress, and it tastes delicious. And so I just actually got mine in the mail today, and I already took it because it's so good. But think about which pack is best for you and your family, and then know that it's our job as leaders in the company to help you make money and to teach you the skills that it takes to invite your friends and family to try the products as well, to learn the marketing and sales, post on social media, get in front of the people that you know. Just tell your story to anybody you come across, and you'll find that you'll sign up customers and distributors fairly easily. So Jen, I want to hear from you because you are a veteran in this industry. And I feel like you're a little bit like me, where it's like, I don't know if I want to do this again. Should I get back in? You can tell us a bit about your story, but I'd love to hear why you said yes to Immunotech and what your experience has been so far.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you guys. My name is Jen. I am a mom to 8 children, and I have 5 grandkids. So the reason I got started, I'm sitting in one of the reasons right now. We have a brand new home in Florida, thanks to network marketing. Dreams are for everybody, not just for me or you. And that in this industry is what made me believe in myself and believe that we could do it. So I'm sitting here in my brand new kitchen. We moved from Kansas to Florida, and it's been a dream. And so that's our main reason, And number 2, obviously, you see a picture of a cruise ship there. Mama Jen, that's what my kids call me because I have 8 kids and all their friends call me Mama Jen. So Mama Jen is going to be on that cruise ship. Okay. So that when I saw the cruise come up at Mike's house at his birthday party, I was like, okay, I'm in, but also I'm a breast cancer survivor. And I also have rheumatoid arthritis really bad in my fingers. It's hereditary from my grandfather. So that's another reason I was very interested in the product, because I am very into naturopathic. I had naturopathic treatment for my breast cancer. And so I'm very into that. Okay. I'm very into that. I don't put anything in my body that's, I stopped drinking alcohol a couple years ago. I'm just trying to keep my body clean. I'm 54 years old. So I'm knocking on, half my life being over. So I want to take this seriously. But let me just tell you guys, my fingers, I usually have huge knots especially this finger that's kind of bent, a big red knot on my fingers and little knots all over my nodules on my fingers, and they're almost completely gone now, you guys. I started this back probably the second week in February. So I feel really, really blessed about that. So those are the main reasons that I wanted to jump back in. And also I just missed Denise. I missed Mike. I missed the community. I missed the family. You guys, when you get into something like this, these people become your people. So if you need people, you just found them. We are going to take you in, we're going to love on you, and we're going to help you along the way. You don't have to have done this before. You don't have to, be an expert at anything. I'm certainly not. What you have to do is, and people always say this too, I can't sell anything. Guess what? You don't have to. You just have to share something you're passionate about, just like my Stanley cup right here. I tell people about it. It's my favorite cup. It's the same darn thing, okay? You're just sharing something you're passionate. If you get it in your mindset that you're selling something, you're not going to get very far. You're just sharing a passion. You are giving someone the gift of health and longevity. So that's the way I look at it. Let's go cruising. Just like Mick said, we're going to all be on that cruise ship, guys.
So one question, Jen, is how much Immunotech or Immunocal are you taking and which one?
Okay, I take the platinum, and I'm obsessed with the hibiscus energy. I love that. But I also take the sport too. Sometimes I take 2 a day. Sometimes I just take 1. If I'm feeling like tired and whatnot, I will take a sport later in the day. But I usually just take the silver, but I also take the greens too, the greens and reds. So I take the greens and reds, the silver, and the energy every single day for sure.
Awesome. And so I know you said that one of the reasons why you jumped back in was because, and I'll put words in your mouth. You can let me, I'm sure I'll just tell you what I was thinking and then you can let me know.
Okay.
Guys, sometimes life is hard and it can be boring and it can be lonely and we're out kind of running our own rat race alone. And I know as a clinical psychologist that loneliness is just as damaging to the body and the psyche as stress. And so when you say yes to a company like this, you're saying yes to the products, you're saying yes to getting paid, but you're also saying yes to a community, and you're walking into a community not of people who are complaining at the water cooler about how much they hate their life, but you're walking into a community of dreamers who are excited about what's happening. And for me, being out of the industry for a few years, I missed that. I missed being around the dreamers and the doers and the people who are all focused on growing and moving in the same direction. Jen, is that similar to you?
Yeah, 100%, Denise. I just missed it. Like I said, I had cancer, and that's what kind of set me back because I had to kind of quit going like I was going with my other business. And that's what I also love about this company is you can do multiple streams of income with this. You can do 10 companies if you want to, but we're going to make you fall in love with this one. It's that great. Okay, I have another job. I work full-time on TikTok. I do TikTok videos, okay? But that's what's great, guys. Everyone is welcome here. You can work full-time and add this on the side. You can have multiple streams. You can and you know what I do, guys? I just literally pray on it. And I pray for God to lead me to the people that need this opportunity or this business. And he always comes through. He never fails. He never has, and he's not going to start now. So you don't have to be pushy. Just share it. And that's another thing I was going to say to you guys. If you're going to be drinking your Immunical every day, video it and put it out there. Put it on a reel. Put it on your stories. Let people know what you're doing. Trust me, everyone's curious. My sister-in-law is a nurse and has been for 30 years. And she called me today and she said, now, do I mix the green pack with the red? She was like making fun of me because she sees me. She hasn't ordered yet, but guess what? They're watching us, guys. They're watching to see how long we're going to do it. They're watching to see how we're changing. They are watching it. So mix your life in with your other, with your business posts, and God will bless it,
Absolutely. And guess what? People will also watch if you win the cruise. Or if
Bam.
you go to the next Houston event, or, you know,
How?
because most people are bored. Most people are lonely. Most people are just kind of running their own rat race and need a way out. And this is what we get to offer them. So for those that get started with us right now, we've got a few fun things happening. One is this cruise that you see on the screen. You have the ability to be a part of this cruise. We have until like the end of July to earn it, and it's a 6-night cruise. And I have to share with you, they want people there. Brandon and I both have personally earned the trip in just 1 month. And so it's happening, right? You might as well be you. So this is a super fun thing. And they always have events and trips and stuff on the calendar. But you know also what else we also have? We have a new product coming out tomorrow. And so for those that are already on the team, I'll post this in our Platinum Pros group. There's a live launch party tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern for everyone to plug into and watch and be a part of. But they're always coming out with new and innovative products to help us succeed and to separate us from the pack. So the one that they're launching tomorrow is focused on kids, and it's a super unique delivery that everybody is going to want to stay tuned and be a part of. So check out the page in the Facebook group if you're already a pro, and we'll get you the details so you can plug into that. For those that are listening right now, the question that I have for you is, where are you going to be in the next month, 3 months, 6 months, a year? Because this is happening. It's happening quickly, and we're looking for people who want to join us on our mission to make glutathione and Immunical a household name here in the States and Canada. We'd love to have you with us. And we know that in a community like this, you not only can get your spark or your health back, but you can also get your spark back. And that feels good. So get back to the person that invited you to this call. We'd love to include you and maybe even see you on the cruise in just a few short weeks. Have an amazing, amazing night, you guys. Before we click off, I want to do one more round for Darren, Candace, and Jen. If you have one last tip for those that are thinking about getting started with us, but are potentially on the fence, Darren, what would you say?
Get in, get your products, and don't look back.
Amen. Candace, what do you got?
Stack up your wins. Start taking the product yourself. Start documenting what you're feeling different, sharing about it, share it with friends, getting their testimonies. Once you start hearing how it's impacting people, you will not want to stop sharing.
Awesome. Jen, go ahead.
Don't be afraid to reach out. If God lays somebody on your heart, just ask them. You know, if somebody asked me to do this, you know, sometimes, like Denise said, people just want to be a part of something. And why not, you know, invite somebody that, you know, may be lonely. So I just don't be afraid. Reach out, pick up the phone. It's okay. And that's what I was going to say too. Voice messaging is everything. Send people a voice message. They love to hear the excitement in your voice.
You never know where people are at, so ask everyone. The secret to freedom, my friends, is courage. That one step, that one yes can literally change the trajectory of your life, as it has all of ours on the call tonight. Have an awesome, awesome day, you guys. Thanks for being here. Get back to the person who invited you, and we'll see you at the next one.